Boy, it's been a rough week. If you like Ozzy Osbourne,
Malcolm Jamal Warner
drowned earlier this week, and now Hulk Hogan died at the age of 71, a wrestling great.
I know what a wrestling fan, aficionado, lover you are, and I honestly, I thought I'd go, wow, I wonder how Gaydos is going to be today.
Yeah, it's funny. I have watched wrestling since I was a little kid, and I still watch it, and I still enjoy it just as much as I did when I was 7.
Okay.
And I know a lot of people are like, I don't get it. Why would you watch something like that? It's so ridiculous. And so with Hulk Hogan, I'll explain wrestling to you.
Oh.
Okay, because it's somewhat. I think it almost needs to be explained.
Okay.
Wrestling is kind of like a circus.
Right.
It's like a literal tightrope act. It is also a soap opera, and it is also an athletic event. But I think what people always go to is this. Well, it's fake. So let me talk about that. Bruce, what's the best series that you've been streaming this year?
Oh God, I know where you're going with this. I'm just trying to think of a name of something I've really liked.
Severance. We talked about that.
Severance. Okay. Yes, on Apple. Great show.
Do you know that Severance is scripted?
Wait a minute. That place isn't real?
And there are people there that play characters.
That's not real.
So that's exactly what wrestling is. What you see is men and women playing a character, acting, right? And then they get in the ring and tell a story with their physical
through
bodies.
Athleticism.
Right.
It's entertainment.
It's entertainment. People say, well, it's fake. Well, guess what? So is Severance.
Yeah.
Guess what? So is Superman.
So is the NBA. No, I'm sorry. That one.
Guess what?
Times.
So is the Jurassic Park movie that I saw the other day.
I get it. I get where you're going.
And so it's one of those things where I always feel like the need to explain it because it's just great entertainment. And some people like it and some people don't. But there was nobody better than Hulk Hogan.
Well, I mean, is there an argument that he really put wrestling, not just the WWF, WWE, on the map? He put wrestling on the map. As far as he was the first, what do you want to call it, mainstream celebrity to come out of that arena. Yeah. Yes, there were people before him, but they weren't like, on Wheaties boxes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he was in Hollywood. He did a couple movies that weren't that good, but
they were not good movies.
No, but he did commercials.
Yep.
There were
They had the action figure, the little Hulk action figures and stuff. They sold millions of them.
Man, I can't tell you how many times I was in my parents' basement in the mean streets of the New York, New Jersey area, watching him in a match on pay-per-view that thankfully my mother was going to pay $20 for.
Whoa. Back then, think about that. $20 was a solid chunk of change to watch some wrestling.
It was. And so I'd have a couple buddies over and we would watch it. And like it's suspended belief.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you watch it, you for a moment think, oh my goodness, this is real. It's just like watching a movie. Oh, that's not a real dinosaur that's there. Or, oh, Superman can't really fly. It's all suspended animation. It's just a different way of doing it. But yeah, he was the best at what he did. And I'll tell you,
recently we watched that WWE documentary.
It was
kind of
grisly.
The Vince McMahon one, but there was a lot of Hulk in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because they both built it
without a doubt, and I learned a lot about him that I didn't know. You know what I'm saying about Hulk Hogan in watching that documentary about Vince.
Well, Vince McMahon was a genius, and he is probably the biggest scumbag on the earth. He's a disgusting human being. No, he is, and the things that he has done are abhorrent, and that's why he's not part of the WWE.
And I'm not here to speak ill of the dead, but Hulk has a bit of a checkered past.
No doubt.
I mean, is that? I mean,
oh goodness, yes.
It's not all good. Is that fair to say?
No. It's he was caught using the N-word. And the WWE said, we're not going to deal with you anymore.
They kind of fired him, right?
Well, I don't think he was really a wrestler at that point.
Fair enough.
They said, we don't want you to do anything for us. And that's what they should do. You start using that word and you're flipping around that word, I don't want you around anybody.
But it was in relation to who her daughter was, daughter was dating. Yeah.
He also, we were talking about Ozzy Osbourne the other day.
Yeah.
Not only, obviously, great music, but he had the reality show, The Osbournes. Now, Hulk Hogan also had a reality show.
Yes.
And his family exploded. It exploded his family.
I was going to say, it was responsible for a lot of problems.
He divorced his then wife. They were together forever. His son killed somebody accidentally. I mean, the whole family
just came apart.
Just completely came apart because of one kind of reality show. But he had a lot. I mean, like was he a racist? Well, if you're using the N-word, you're a racist. Okay,
there's an argument.
But can you ever be forgiven? Because late in life, he found God. Mm-hmm. He decided to try and turn his life around. And I think if he found God, I would hope you would love all people and maybe you learn something.
Do you think his wading into politics hurt him or helped him?
Hurt him.
Oh, okay.
I do. I think when he went up there and did the whole Trump thing.
At the convention, right?
Yeah, because he could have been on the other side and it would have hurt him.
Right. It's not just which side he was on. He was on a side.
But he did an appearance for the WWE after the whole Trump thing.
Yeah.
And he got booed out of the building.
Yeah. Oh, one of their shows. You mean?
Yeah, not to wrestle, but he came out and they didn't like him.
People didn't like that anymore.
I think the interesting thing about these guys like Hulk Hogan and everybody that I watched when I was a little kid, they're all dead.
Wow.
And what they have to put their bodies through, Bruce.
Fair.
It's incredible.
I mean, the concussions, they have to have multiple concussions just doing what they do.
Remember the story?
Broken bones.
15 years ago, 20 years ago, about Chris Benoit, who was a wrestler, murdered his wife and kid.
Yeah.
And they did an autopsy on his brain, and they said it was an 85-year-old Alzheimer's patient.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he was pure evil and that's what he did, but he had a move where he'd come off the top rope and his head would hit your head.
Right,
now, again, you have to do that very carefully so no one gets hurt.
Obviously.
But there were times where he hit his head.
Right. No way to get away from that all the time.
And so Hulk Hogan was like, he could not shake your hand and squeeze your hand anymore.
Oh,
he
really?
Could barely walk. He had 10 back surgeries. So with everybody who says it's fake, he has two hips that are steel
surgically reconstructed. And
yeah. And so what they put their bodies through, it really is incredible because I
would say they're better today than it used to be. Is that fair to say? I think they know more.
There's more of
today's wrestlers understand more about safety and how to protect themselves than maybe they did when they weren't all making
There's more of a wellness policy.
Yeah.
Where if you don't, because if you didn't work, you didn't get paid.
Right.
So what do you think they did in the 80s?
If you were hurt.
They took steroids. That's number one.
Or
and so did Hulk Hogan. And painkillers.
Right.
Yeah.
To get through the next show.
Right. And so nowadays, there's a wellness policy where if you're hurt, they're still going to pay you. You don't have to get right back up and get in the ring. But, man, I got to tell you, as many problems as he had, there was a tape that came out. It was disgusting.
It was
the N-word, disgusting. I mean, when I was a kid watching him,
he wasn't one of the biggest wrestlers. He was one of the biggest athletes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just he's a big wrestler. He was on the same par as the biggest football players, the biggest basketball players. He was a star.
6 foot.
He had a Saturday morning cartoon show.
6'7", 300 pounds.
He's huge.
Yeah,
he's a big dude.
And the reason that he was great is he connected with the audience. Yeah. Like, was he the greatest wrestler that I've ever seen? Not even close.
No.
But there's real quick. There's a wrestler that's wrestling right now, does things that I can't even believe. I don't
like physically.
Yeah, I don't like him. Why? He can't connect with the audience.
Okay.
He can't take a microphone and say something to get me to laugh or think, or because part of wrestling
all those
is
little Hulkamaniacs running wild.
The soap opera.
Yeah.
The soap opera. You can't just put two people in a ring anymore and say, go ahead and fight. That's boring.
That's not what people are looking for.
No, people are looking for a storyline. Mm-hmm. So remember, when I watch wrestling, I always call this, it's a TV show. I watch a TV show.
Sure.
I actually don't like going to the events.
Oh, sitting in the crowd.
Boring.
Oh.
Because it's not TV.
Right.
You don't hear the announcers. You don't hear what's going on backstage. It's all this pre-produced thing that's just, very brilliant. But, I have mixed feelings about Hulk Hogan because
I'm sure some people can. Yeah.
He just, he went off the rails for a long, long time.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan passes away at the age of 71. Yeah. Is that it happens in threes? Is that the third?
He is the third.
Okay.
Isn't that weird?
We've had 4. Chuck Mangione died too.
Oh, okay.
Jazz trumpeter.
I don't really.
Feels so good.
I
Yeah,
don't really
she would
know
know.
who it is.
Yeah, I know who Chuck.
Yeah,
Mangione
you would know
is.
his. You would know
Okay.
his most famous song.
Thanks for watching Outspoken with Bruce and Gaydos. Tap to watch more from KTAR News and click the button in the middle to subscribe.